Okay, here we go. Mods detected. Yeah, there's mods. There's not really mods. There is. This is required for this to run, which just returns the original spear summoning mechanic back to the game. This is a mod I made that removes the noise that Shiny makes, replaces it with a different one, so it's not as annoying. And this is one that's supposed to recolor Lucky Pals. I don't know if that's working or not. I know this works. I've tested it using the guaranteed Lucky Pals mod, which just makes a cacophony of noise because every pal's lucky in that. But this mod does not work when that's on, so this may just target specifically actual luckies and not, you know, faked ones. So it could still work and it just wasn't working for that, I don't know. We will find out. Yeah, this is 1.0.1. There was a hotfix to the patch the other day. To the the release the other day. Last time I played this was in early access when it first came out. I played it a bit, but the controls were awkward because I'm a left-hander and it's designed for a right-handed person. And the keybinds were not there. So you could rebind some, but not the ones that I normally use, which is right control, right shift, and you know, this side of the keyboard basically. Those keybinds have been added. Not all keybinds have been added. Some keys are still not, and the mouse is not keybindable. But I've got a program called Auto Hotkey running that allows me to change the mouse button so it thinks the game thinks it's a spacebar. And the right mouse button, which what I set jump to, has been set to the middle mouse button instead. So, the middle mouse button originally didn't do anything. Apparently now it controls your pals if you want to tell them to attack, but I don't need to do that because I've got that mod that restores the old mechanic back, so don't really need to use it when I can just throw the sphere and make them do it anyway. Palapagos Islands. Palpagos items? No. Pokeclone Islands. Lol. Okay, settings go to hardcore, obviously. Let's change some things because there's no point having a maximum number of guilds bases so low when it's single player. And we don't want the 2 hours hatchery nonsense. There's nothing hardcore about waiting an extra hour for eggs to hatch. Seriously, stay on the one. There we go. Yeah. Other stuff we could do is to make it a little bit more hardcore. Gatherable item multiplier. Drop this down as far as it goes, which is 0.5, which means there should be less items gathered. I don't think it actually works though. I think what it actually does is make less items spawn, and this is the respawn, which increase to the ×3 the amount. So instead of respawning every day, they'll respawn every 3 days. It would be nice if I could turn it off, but can't do. So we're going real hardcore. Hoorah! Work speed multiple. I don't think there's any point in changing any of these. This isn't making it any difference whether it's hardcore or not. It's just standard game mechanics. Right, XP rate 0.8. I could drop the amount of XP down, but what would that mean? It just means having to fight more pals, right? No real point in changing it. Okay, guess we're done. Moving right along then to character creation. First thing it does is say, hey, use your Steam name. No, we won't be using our Steam name. We'll be calling him Bailey. Bailey being my Pokemon guy in gold back when I was a kid. And White Feather being the surname of my guy from Ark Survival. And this game being a kind of like a bit of both. Seemed fitting. Okay, let's make you a bloke, and we'll change your skin color, and we'll change your face. I said we'll change your face, give you some eyeballs, change the eye color to purple. Just turn the brightness down a bit. Actually, the saturation was fine. Hair doesn't need to change because they're all silly, and that one will do. Voice stays the same because that's the guy voice. Well, there's like 3 guy voices, but that's the better one. Coke can noise for some reason. Pal's staring at me. Pal's running away because they're scared. My shipwreck. I'm a shipwreck man. Random bit of tat on the ground which you pick up and stick in your pocket. It says the cows are the key. Towers are the key, and it says the tree holds the truth. Now, originally it just said the first part. It's been changed because they added a giant tree to the game. And now you spawn inside and jump. As to why you spawn inside and jump, originally you spawned on the beach. And then they changed it so that you spawned here. And then they changed it again and they misplaced him. So now he jumps because they misplaced him. Anyway, let's go back down to the beach. Now, normally you would go down there. However, they've blocked it off, so I can't do that anymore. Sad. Well, hello. Grenades. Grenades collected. Grab that. Let's get out of here. And go back down to the beach. Ah, taking a shortcut. Ah. Thought I was going to hit the ground for a second there. Hehehe. What's in this chest? Pokeball. Pow sphere, whatever. There is 0 pals knocking around, but there is a stone that I will grab. I do have 1 pal sphere on me, so technically I could fight and catch a pal if I wanted. Hello chicken, goodbye chicken, hello stick. Hello chicken, goodbye chicken, hello stick. Okay, we're gonna go over here now. There's nothing else on this part. And then we drop down here. And there's nothing on this part at all. Sometimes there's a power walking around, but I guess not. I'm gonna go here where the third chest is. Hey, look at that. Arrows. Nice. Okay. Now, there used to be ruins like that one that went all the way across this that have now been removed for some inexplicable reason. Good stuff. Another sphere, we'll take that. Oh, we leveled up. Okay. Hello? Chicken? Okay. Nothing. Maybe a stick. Maybe a stick over there. There's not. Okay, fine. Going further down, there's a rock. Stone, whatever. Another piece of wood. Keeping going down. There's a one on the cliff there. And there's one here. And there's one there. Over here, maybe by the very edge, there might be a stick. Yes, there it is. Okay, cool. Go down here, and is that a stick? No, it's not. Okay, fine. There's a stump. We'll come back to you in a minute. Is that a stick? No, I thought that was a stick. It lied. Oh, wait a minute. Palladium fragment and a stick. Cocky poo. Another stick. And over here we have palladium fragment. Some things I can't deal with yet, but I will later. Another stick. Here there is a dungeon that still exists. Good. And there's a swirly thing. A boat. Has nothing to do with me. Stick. And I think here is where you spawn on the beach in the cutscene, and where you used to spawn when it was still early access. But now the boat's gone and everything. It's sad. Stick. Another palladium fragment. Another stick. Interesting. Stick. A sleeping chickpea. I guess he thinks it's nighttime. One of those, and another rock, and a pile of junk, which may or may not have something decent in it. It's probably got garbage. Oh, I got 2 spheres at least. Another sphere. Some looks like don't know what those round things are. Must be something new. And grab. Ta-da! First chipmunk. Now we hit the B button and build a workbench. We'll work on this. Okay, we're going to build a pickaxe. Build a axe. And we'll build a torch. That one takes a bit longer for some reason. Okay, we don't want the grenade, we want the pickaxe. I'd like to put the grenades down, but I think once you've picked them up, that's it. They're stuck in your inventory forever. Doesn't appear to be a way of putting them down. Two palladium fragments. Some tree. Don't mind me. Just collecting some stuff. A stick that I missed. Another stump. More palladium fragments and more palladium fragments. Back up the way we came, there is another stump. The swirly thing over there goes up and up and up and up. Probably. We're not using it. Okay, we got that one. There's another stick I missed. And that's the pathway that leads back to where we came, which you can go back up if you want, but that's a lot of effort. We're going to go this way. The secret way.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
What, he was about to run out of stamina there. He's fine. We have a verdant egg. Now we have a small thing. Takes us all the way up here. And we got another treasure chest. More arrows, some coin, some other bits and pieces. We're gonna go down there next. Nothing over there. There's a sheep.
Hip.
Hip.
What?
Hip, hip, hip. Kinda wanna go over there. Grab that rock.
Oh. Yeah.
Bye.
Oh.
Yeah. 2 stone down there. Anything on this bit of cliff? No. Fine, I'll just grab this stone then. Did I get both of them? Yep. Both becomes 4 because I'm not sure if that setting to reduce the amount that you pick up works. Couple of cat ears. Chicken. Swirly thing that goes back up where we just jumped down from. And we have a rock and a stick. And a palladium fragment. And over here we have an egg. Take that as well. Okay, let's get going. Another rock. That one's not a rock. Chickpea up there. Ooh, there's a stick. Pretty barren over here. Going up. Another swirly thing that puts us up there, which essentially goes back to where we were, sort of. But not really. We're gonna go this way. Pretty sure it's this way. Yeah, this way. Over this rock here. And down here.
Yeah.
Not entirely sure why that seems to think that I can do that, but whatever. Will you just walk? Uh-oh. Oh, I took some damage. And some more spheres. Nice. Well, it's important I collect those spheres because I don't intend on ever crafting any. We're just going to use what we find.
Yeah.
Which means I can't really afford to miss.
Oh. Yeah.
At least not early on. There's a method to my madness.
Yes.
Just catch a fixie and wait. Use its orb generation capabilities to counteract that decision.
Oh.
Okay, we're nearly there.
Yes.
Okay. We're now on another bit of land with some chickpeas and a caviar. And there's a rock. Not really as important anymore to collect these. We'll get the ones we see on the way. Grab all these berries.
Yeah.
Because those are important. That was a palladium fragment, we will ignore it. If it was a ball, I'd pick it up. Okay, no, not that way, right? There's nothing in there. Rock. Nothing that way. Climb up this piece here. And then this piece. Zigzaggy, zigzaggy. There's a swirly that we can jump up. And here we are. On this piece. With some more pals knocking about. They seem to be chilling. Grab that stick. I don't think there's anything else. Oh wait. Is that like a piece of... No, it's just a rock and a stick. Okay. There's a swirly thing. I'll not be using that one. Actually, maybe we will. Let's see where it goes. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Back up here. There's some more lambs. 2 sticks. And back up here. And that's where we started. Here. Went around in a big circle, collected a bunch of stuff, which we otherwise would not have got, as you can see. All that stuff would have missed out on, although to be fair, they would have been different. Anyway, that's 20 minutes, so that's this one.